Okay, so I'm back. Took a bit, but I'm back. But sorry if I'm talking a lot about him. It's the only way I can actually vent, and I don't have anybody to vent to, even if I wanted to vent to someone. Because at the end of the day, I the only person, like I said, that would be willing to listen to me and not judge me is Spaz. Anybody else, and they tend to get overstimulated after a while or get mad at me or whatever, and because they can't handle the negativity, and I can't get back to a positivity state until I get rid of the negativity, and it sucks. I mean, we have somebody in the system, two people actually, that eat negativity, and they help the body to digest it so that it doesn't get sick from it and overwhelmed by it. But unfortunately, due to the fact that I'm in a grievance state right now, they're overworked because the moment they drain down the negativity from the body, I just tend to overwhelm it again the moment I'm back out here. So the only time they do their job is if they have to come out for some reason, because there's no point to it otherwise, since it's all just gonna fill up again anyway. Like, why come out here to do your job to drain down the negativity if the moment the person that causes the negativity switches out again, it's just going to get overrun anyway. So they only really come out when the negativity levels hit a certain point, and then they drain it down. Otherwise, they'd be out here 24/7 just to keep me out front. And they don't want me out up front because, for one, I'm the main host. Which means I swear to God, Yuki, you pissing me off. I just started recording again. You're already causing trouble. Just started. You really know how to pick it, don't you? Um so what was I saying? They don't want me to come in because of the fact of how much negativity I'm producing right now. I have a risk of slipping. And me as the main host, which means that my job is to be the lead person out here to handle the body and maintain the relationships and handle the builds and all the other shit of day-to-day life. I am the lead person to do all that because the person born with the body does not want to be out here. So I am currently, and have been, the main host for a couple of years now. And honestly, it sucks. Everybody blames you for everything, even if you didn't do nothing. Even if it's not your fault, it's still your fault because you're the one that's out here the most, so it's your fault. And I don't mean everybody is in people in here. I mean out here. So many fucking relationships that we have lost. And relationships, I don't mean romantic. I mean in general. That we have lost that I get blamed for. Because I'm the one that's always out here. So and it could have been somebody else in the system that caused something. It could have been the other person that did something. It doesn't matter. I still get blamed for it because I'm the one that's here. So it doesn't really matter. I'm still gonna be the fucking scapegoat of everything anyway. Because a lot of people don't want to admit to when they fuck up. They don't want to accept when something is their fault or their system's fault. They want to blame everybody else. So I'm the one that gets the blame. I'm the fucking scapegoat. And it sucks. It really does. Because I end up internalizing that shit and then I start blaming myself. And it being the main host is not a fun job. It's really not. There was somebody else that had this role before me and she quit. She didn't even last a year. And because of what happened to her, she is traumatized to the point that she doesn't even want to come out here. She rarely will come out. And whenever she does, she ends up being filled with so much anxiety that she's constantly on edge. And if something bad happens to where she ends up going through basically the same type of fucking shit that caused her to not come out and have the role to begin with, and retire, it takes longer for her to come out again. She will immediately go back in and will blatantly say, "This is why I stopped being main host to begin with. This is why I quit." And then she'll go in and you won't see her for a while, like a long while. And honestly, I want to quit myself. I really do. I want to quit this fucking job. I don't get paid for this. You don't get paid to be the main host of a fucking system. There ain't no benefit. There ain't no 401k. There's just drama, trauma, and constant stress. And the only payment you get is that you get to live the life in the body. You get to basically be the one that gets to have the life. But you know what the life is? Bullshit. Yeah, you're the main one in control. You're the one who decides the rules for other people that come out here. The one that handles all the big decisions for shit that happens out here, as long as it doesn't cause complications for uh the entirety of the system and the core to a very massive degree. Like, you have a lot of control. You have a lot of power, but at what cost? Your fucking goddamn sanity. Your fucking mental and emotional health. And it sucks. It really fucking sucks. I want to get us to a point where we're not in a bad state no more, where shit is going well. But you know what? It ain't. And I wish it was. I really do. I want to be happy. I really want to be happy. But I don't get to be. I don't have the opportunity to just live my life the way that I want. I don't. I really don't. I struggle with a lot of trauma, a lot of issues. It's very hard for me to trust people because of that. And even if I trust them, I still hesitate. Trust is a slow build for me of how much I'm willing to put out there of me for people to see. When I care about somebody, I will repress what I want, what I need, so they can be happy. Keep it to myself. So I won't tell them, hey, I don't want you to go, or I prefer it if you stay with me, or even something as small as, actually, I'd like to watch this, or I want to listen to that, or can we just not listen to music right now, or hey, I'd like to watch this movie, or uh actually I'd prefer that movie, or can we play this game, or actually I don't want to go to that game right now. Can we do something else, or can we just hang out and talk and cuddle, and it because I will let people do whatever the fuck they want. I've literally gone into a trauma world because a friend wanted to go there, and they didn't have a lot of places that they like going that were game worlds, and they struggle with communication to where they don't talk much. So I figured, fuck it. It's a game world, but it's one that they actually don't seem to mind being in, and yeah, it's a trauma world for me. But I'm not gonna say anything because I feel like if I say something, it's gonna cause complications, and they'll probably just leave instead of actually hanging out and shit. And I don't want to make things uncomfortable for them, so I kept my mouth shut. But I'm worse if I actually have feelings towards somebody, unless I have had enough experience with that person that I notice things like we enjoy the same stuff. Like, if we both had the same interests in the same world, the same games make us happy, the same type of games, same type of worlds, same type of movies, whatever, I start opening up a bit more. I might start saying, like, hey, do you mind if we go to such and such? Or do you think we could check out this world? Or whatever, whatever. I won't usually push it, I won't try and force anything, but I might ask. However, if they are the one to say, hey, why don't we go here? Or why don't we go there? Or I wanted to check out this world, and this one got an update. Let's go here. I'm not going to argue with them. Even if I might not be interested in going to see the update at the moment, or I may not be interested in that world that they're suggesting or whatever, I'll still go. Oh, for Josh, there was a library world he wanted to check out, and I have trauma with library worlds now. So I really didn't want to. I didn't want to be anywhere near a library. Honestly, I feel like I also wouldn't want to even be in a normal public library at this point after what happened. So I'm not getting into it either, even if people do ask about it. But so library places, or even just a room in a house world that is a library, I will stay the fuck out of it. I don't want to be anywhere near them. But he liked the idea of going to check out that world, and so I saved it to the side for him and went in there with him. Didn't help that throughout that world there were security cameras that you could only see in your personal mirror, and it was freaking me the fuck out because I kept watching the fucking cameras tracking my every goddamn movement, and I have scopophobia. Scopophobia, basically the fear of being watched, or eyes that are in um eyes in general that are in kind of like weird places. So it like a giant floating eyeball, for instance, or eyes that are in a wrong place on the body, or lots and lots of eyes on somebody's face, or eyes on trees, or just a big eye in the sky, shit like that, will make me very uncomfortable and freak out and turn my head away. Um, being watched, like stared at, makes me freak out in general. So having these fucking security cameras constantly watching my every fucking move really, really offset me. I tried to stay there as long as I could because he seemed to be like he was enjoying himself, but it was freaking me out. He could tell it was, so we left. And even when he was telling me that we could go, I still struggled with the idea of like leaving because he wanted to be there. And eventually I surrendered and we left. But this is the type of shit that I'm literally willing to do for somebody when I give a fuck. And it sucks because I bend over backwards to make sure everybody around me is happy. I I suffocate myself with my own pain just to make sure the people I care about aren't. And at the end of the day, what do I get out of it? What do I gain? People abandoning me, people using me until I'm used up, and then they don't like the end result. They don't like seeing me in a broken state. They don't like me speaking up, especially even though they fucking told me to speak up. I've had so many people that tell me that I should speak up for myself, that I should defend myself, that I should voice my opinion, voice my feelings, and then when I do, they leave. I try my fucking best, and it never is good enough. Never. I don't want to be in a situation where I am fucking just suffering all the time. I want to feel safe. I really, really want to feel safe. It's all I I I want to feel safe again. I want to feel happy, but I don't. Not anymore. My safety is gone. I'm just gonna be perpetually stuck. with this painful feeling of everybody that I love, I lose. Try to get close to people, try and form bonds, and what for? What for? What was any point in any of this? So I can just be stuck back at ground zero? Be stuck back right where I started again. I'm right back in the same position I was before. Told him everybody has a breaking point. You'll leave too. Kept telling me he wouldn't. God damn it, if I didn't want to fucking believe him. I didn't want to lose him. I am. But hey, always end up being right. And God, do I fucking hate it. One way or another, I lose everybody I love. Whether it's by their choice or not. I'm fated to be alone. Always. Forever and always. Fated to be alone. Should just learn to accept that by now. Just accept the fact that I'm supposed to be perpetually alone. No friends, no family, no one to fucking love me. No one needs me. If I was needed so fucking badly, that I wouldn't be so fucking easy to throw out. You don't throw out what you need. You try and protect it and keep it close. Because you need it. I wasn't needed. There's only one person who ever needed me, and he tried. He tried. give him that. He really tried. But neither of us had a choice in that. At the end of the day, no one since has actually needed me. This is what I'm trying to get. Technically, I want these 3 things. But this is my first objective because it costs the most, which means it's going to take the longest for me to save up for it. This would be second, and then third. That, if I still have enough points left over at the end of the day, I'll see if I can get that, but I don't care so much about the trail. I want the bamboo fishing pole, the wooden bucket, and the tassel. Which is basically just, if I'm thinking it's what I think it is, the tassel would be the bobber. It's either going to be the bobber or it's going to go on the hook. Like a lure. Because it says accessory, which could mean it's either the bobber or it's a lure thing that you put on the hook. Like how some fishing rods have those tassel-y things on them. On the hook. I want that, and that. But this is my main goal right now. I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not, because this shit the event ends in like 3 days. So I don't know. But this is gonna be the main thing that I play until the event is over. So I can try and get that. I mean, I'll probably have enough to get the bucket. Like, the bucket and that. But maybe. Maybe. But I want this. Because while I may not be enjoying myself right now, like I said, I have enjoyed myself playing this fucking fishing game in the past. So I would like to have a nice upgrade to my rod, my bucket, and a cool accessory, but specifically the bucket and the rod. I'm not as worried about the tassel. If I don't get the tassel, I don't get the fucking tassel. But I would like to have the other two things. And so I'm trying. I'm really trying so that when I'm able to actually enjoy it again, I can. And I know these two want to come around, but I really I don't have the fucking energy for it. I don't want to deal with it. I It's nothing against them. They're just too loud for me to be dealing with right now. Like I need calm energy right now cuz I am too overwhelmed, like emotionally overstimulated by grieving to be dealing with loud. I already don't really like loud, but with the situation the way that it is, I'd really just prefer to not deal with it at all at the moment. Like I said, it's nothing against them. I just can't handle it right now. And I don't even if I were to talk to them and tell them about it, I don't think they'd be able to control themselves. Like it's just part of their personality. And it would be very rude of me to tell somebody, hey, don't be you because I can't handle it right now. So for now, I'm just gonna keep my distance until I can calm down enough to I can handle it. I'm not gonna be rude if they showed up and shit like that. I'm not gonna tell them to fuck off. I just I think I'm gonna stay on orange for now. I mean, Spaz is typically on green, so anybody that is friended to Spaz can get to me if they're also our friend. So it's not that big of a deal. So if anybody actually wants to fuck with me, they can go through him. Or they can go through the back door, which they for them to use the back door trick though, they'd have to know what instance I'm in. So they'd have to know like not what instance, but what world I'm in specifically to find the world that I made. And then they could use the back door trick, but otherwise that's not gonna happen. Typically I am perpetually in the uh when around Spaz I'm usually in the YouTube search world because I kinda need the videos to help me not think. So I give myself something to watch so I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about nothing. don't want to go over to Popcorn Palace and make an attempt to actually go in there and face my trauma world because I'd be doing it alone and it's not safe for me to do it alone. But at the same time, I keep getting tempted. I keep thinking, what does it matter? I need a distraction anyway, right? Need to get my mind off of shit. Can't enjoy anything that I do. Don't enjoy playing games. Too fucking depressed. So I'm not really enjoying anything that I play right now. No, this game I picked because it's literally a game that you can play by yourself. They don't need to have other people, but they're most of the games that are on here are multiplayer. And the only other games that I know of that are ones that you can do alone would just make me feel fucking miserable because they were ones that I used to go to with Josh. So it would just be a painful reminder of instead of a distraction. It's like walking into the trauma, walking into the grief head first. So can't go to Idle Home, can't go to the Idle Cube, can't go to the farm world. I'm just there's nothing I can do with this. Everything else is a reminder. Like, oh great, go there and then you get hit with a reminder of this person. You go there, you get hit with a reminder of that person. I'm trying to escape my thoughts of Josh, not walk into them. And yet here I am venting about him and everybody else who's been abandoning me. It's always the same. Always the same. I'm so tired of it. Don't want to keep living my life like this. I don't. Why does. Why does live have to hurt so much? Not wanted. Not needed. I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel nothing. God, I wish I could just stop. I wish it would all go away. Hyacinth and her partner, Nico and his partner, Artist with their partner, I was happy for a short time. I'm trying not to think about you. Can't you just let me be? Goodbye, my love, my last moment. My back's turned. Should've known you'd bring me harm.